And now, around the world and around the corner, it's the David Bowers Awards, bringing the best in indie music to millions of listeners worldwide with your host, the David Bowers. We've got a fantastic lineup of guests, as well as our engineer extraordinaire, Nick the Geek, our entire crew here at the Asylum, and me. I'm John Bon Jovial. And now, here's the voice of indie music, the David Bowers.
Well, hello again. Once again, welcome aboard to the show that never ends, and welcome here to all the indie music and some chat with the stars who make it. I am the David Bowers, and this is my co-host and right arm here, the legendary Mr. John Bon Jovial.
Hello.
Good afternoon, John Bon Jovial. Hello there.
Good afternoon there, Mr. The David Bowers. I hope life is wonderful there in the beautiful Valley of the Sun.
It is that, and we have a rather strange day. Some of the locals are having a little trouble trying to figure out what those gray things in the sky are because it's been cloudy all day. But hey, we're going to survive. We'll survive long enough to get into some great new indie music like this one from a guy who calls himself Slushy. It's called Dreaming of You.
Hello? Hello? I'm dreaming of you. I'm dreaming of you. I'm dreaming of you. I'm dreaming of you.
And there you have it. That's Slushy. And Slushy is actually he's a Los Angeles-based musician, DJ, singer, songwriter, record producer. He does it all. He goes by the name Slushy. His real name is Julian Scanlon out of Los Angeles, and that's a new hit by him that is just now breaking into the business, or breaking into the song charts, I should say, Dreaming of You. And every time I hear his name, I can only think of what happens when when you go down to the corner quick stop there and you cross the soda machine with an auto tune.
Oh, jeez. And here I was begging you to say something along those lines, and you stole my thunder.
Yeah, but yours was a bit bigger reach than mine.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And I just couldn't resist. I mean, and I'm not putting the guy down. I mean, the guy does his thing, and he does it well. And
well, I suppose
obviously,
if there's something well to be said, and of course,
well,
being
everything
facetious, something well to be said about auto-tune, and maybe you just said it. I don't know.
Everything, every kind of music shows a degree of talent and artistic ability, whether it's something you like or something I like or something somebody else likes. And I can tell from listening to him that the musical ability is there. It's well constructed, and the fans love it. So, what else is there to say?
And
he does it well.
I mean, the production quality, the production values behind this piece of music are very good. I would never argue that. I just have a hair up my butt towards auto-tune. I've never liked it. I will never like it. I don't think it should be allowed in pop music, but hey, that's just my humble opinion.
And you're welcome to it, absolutely. And those of you who like electronic music, welcome to your style, and we're happy to share some of the new stuff. One that I think is going to be a good one in the electro pop market. Dreaming of You, Slushy. And we thank him very much, and we thank you for your patience with our warped sense of humor here in the garage. And right here on the show, where every show is an award show. So even Slushy is an award winner, as are all of our guests. Automatically, they are award winners. You see them posted online as previous TDBA award winners. You know why. That means they've appeared on the show, and they've earned their right to be a part of the David Bowers family. And they will forever be a part of our family. We're proud of the artists that we've had on. We've had on some great artists, some great music, and I think we've got some more for you today. We've got a couple of artists from two widely disparate genres. We have a girl who was she's been a star in her own right, and she'll be joining us shortly. Her name is Kelly Richey, and she has now formed a new group called the Spear Shakers. And they do her own brand of blues rock. I think you're going to like it. They're going to rock your socks off here in not too many more minutes. And we're also going to have a young man by the name of Garry Burk III, who has just signed a new promotional deal with an agency that we have worked with on many occasions, MTS Management. And I spoke with Michael of MTS, and he told me he had this artist who just signed and has a new release coming out, I believe, somewhere around the first part of May. And I told him, gee, that's a shame we didn't know ahead of time. I would have been happy to, break his new release on the show. And he said, no problem. I'll have him there, and he's going to be here very shortly. Garry Burk III, who is he's a country singer, and with a touch of pop to it. I think you're going to like them both. They're both excellent in their own right, as Slushy is in his style of music. Should be a lot of fun, a lot of good music. John Bon Jovial, tell us how things are down in the swamps.
It's hot, it's humid, the mosquitoes are coming out. It's that most wonderful time of the year here in Southwest Florida.
Sounds like Florida to me.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much what it is. But here in Naples, Florida, where this end of the David Bowers Awards lives, the season is pretty much winding down. After Easter, all the snowbirds tend to head back toward the North Country because the weather is improving gradually up north, although been watching the Boston Red Sox games, and it looks like the weather up in Boston just has not been all that conducive for late April, what is now coming up early May, and it has been just awful up there.
Our friends up there in Rochester who listen to us on WRFZ, FM 106.3, Rochester Free Radio, were telling me that they had snow flurries on and off all day yesterday. And for those of you listening to this show down the road in the future, this was recorded on the 29th of April. That's about as late in April as you can get. And on the 28th, they were getting snow across the band from western New York into the central area, and I guess farther east than that, all the way over to the Capital District and into your state there, John Bon Jovial, the state of Massachusetts.
Yeah.
And that's really unfortunate. We've been having decent weather here. Got a little hot. We finally got our first 100-plus day of the year, and we know there are more not too far away. As a matter of fact, probably another week or so, we'll be in the 90s on a daily basis and pushing the 100 mark all too frequently. And then after that, it only gets hotter. So we won't talk about that. But we will talk about this being the show where you and our guests get to pick award winners simply by sending us the name of anyone you think has done something exceptionally good or exceptionally stupid with regard to music. And all you have to do is write it down, tell us why you think they're deserving of an award, drop it into an email to david@TheDavidBowers.com, and, hey, perhaps we'll use it right here on the air. I want to shout out to our friends, including our aforementioned friends in Rochester, New York, at WRFZ, FM 106.3, Rochester Free Radio, who carry our show Saturdays at noon. Want to thank them for that, and thank our listeners in Rochester for supporting us, especially Mary Perry, accredited disability representative who underwrites the David Bowers Awards on Rochester Free Radio. Thank you so much, Mary Perry. We've got a lot of music today. I've already outlined who we've got coming up, and we're going to be going to them right now. Our first guest is going to be the group who call themselves the Spear Shakers. And here's a track from them called Leaving It All Behind. And there you go. The Spear Shakers. It's called Leaving It All Behind. And for some reason, my teleprompter just went totally blank. So I guess we're in the middle of getting ready to interview the Spear Shakers. Are we not, John Bon Jovial?
We are. Kelly is waiting on hold for whenever you want to bring her in. Throw me a cue, and I'll hit her live, and we'll do it. Okay.
Let's wait no longer. Okay. Let's bring her on in here. Kelly, hello there.
Hello, how's it going?
Going fine, thank you. So